Hey everyone, and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about how I data log on my Volvo. I've been data logging for a few years using a modified ECU from the guys over at Volvo Speed, and it's been perfectly adequate to get me all of the necessary parameters for tuning the engine, boost, AFR, vehicle speed, all those sorts of things. However, it doesn't have the capability to log GPS or accelerometer data, so we need an external solution for that. And here it is. It's a Raspberry Pi 3 with a battery pack, obviously, and a sense hat. We also use a USB GPS sensor to capture that data. And the sense hat has 9-axis accelerometer, magnetometer, gyro, as well as pressure sensors and temperature sensors and other things of that nature. It attaches into the car fairly simply, just with Velcro right there in the center between the front seats. The OBD logger simply plugs into the center console. I use this 90-degree extension to keep the armrest down. And then the USB just plugs into the laptop. This M44 wiki is a great resource to find all about this modified ECU and Tuner Pro data logging setup. It'll walk you through all the way from which ECUs you should get, the basics of tuning, data logging, and some analysis on that as well. I'll include a link to this website in the description. Tuner Pro itself is a very simple and powerful free software for tuning engines and data logging as well as emulation. The Raspberry Pi is running a Python script in order to perform data logging functions. On the right is my guide to the different commands I can use to check on the GPS or actually start the data logging program. So at this point, we have both data loggers set up, and we're ready to go racing. We're here at Mooresville Dragway, which is an 1/8 mile drag strip, and we're just getting ready to go for, this is probably the 3rd pass of the day. Now that we're back in the staging lanes, it's time to offload that data, take a look at it, figure out if we needed to make any changes for the next run. So here we have the Raspberry Pi output. The red line is the accelerometer magnitude, the green line is the magnetometer magnitude, and the white line is the GPS speed. The red and green line were calculated in Excel from the raw X and Y data. Using the magnitudes eliminates any misalignment and allows us to more easily see the acceleration points here and here. You can see as well speed increasing up to 75, 76 miles an hour. About 1/4 of the mile through the run. So a lot of interesting data you can gather here. We're using Megalog Viewer to view the output. Data like this can help determine relative performance changes run to run. And here we have the Tuner Pro data. So here are just a few of the data monitors that I like to use for engine monitoring. The top one has AFR boost and the load value of the ECU. This middle one has engine damage type parameters, so knock, fuel enrichment, knock, timing, pull, and the red line is the injector pulse width. Then down here we just have, speed and RPM, pretty typical. So you can see as we progress through the run that the boost goes up here as we're staging, kind of tapers off, and then boom, we released, revs rise. AFR actually gets to about 14.0 there, so it's a little bit lean, and then it richens up as it gets up in the RPMs. Stays in the 12s. There's no visible signs of knock here, which is perfect. Then you can see here, after the run's over, injector pulse width drops down, RPMs drop, AFR goes to 18. So this looks like a good run. Other than this small spot here, we may look at our fuel map, make some changes, and go for another run.